All right, hey guys, what's up? Jesse, I'm up here in Alma, Colorado. We're gonna take care of this little driveway grading job. The customer tried to get this culvert in the ground by hand. As you can see, it's needs some more cover layer. It needs to be hogged out here in front, as well as all right guys, check it out. This is the proposed well. I'm up here in Alma, Colorado. Customer is Mark Moore. This is lot 10. All right, hey Mark, this is Jesse. I got all this pile of trees here. This is after the second little work sprint here. Got a pile of boulders there. There's a machine we're using. This is the well spot so they can get right up to it. I'll probably ramp this up just a little bit more. This is cut down. By your drawing, it looks like you're kind of actually wanting to go all the way out into there. So we got this stuff here, got these trees here. I didn't know if you wanted me to go ahead and try to take these trees down and set them aside and kind of get this all graded out a little bit. Big old open parking area right in here. I think that would be nice. And then, yeah, I got a few more hours left in the tank in terms of what we've talked about on budget wise and everything like that. So planning to come out here in the morning. I still got to get the test pits done. And yeah, I'm gonna grade this out a little bit more, but this is about what we can do. Right over here. And so we're gonna cut this in, take out these trees, give this all a nice grade out. Take out these stumps that have been cut here in the middle. We're gonna bring the driveway right up through here. And then, let's see, it's supposed to be flagged out for me. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Looks like we got some X's on those trees there, as well as that has some paint on it. I am going to assume that these X's indicate we will be removing them. Believe we'll be coming up through and into here. And then we have what looks to me like we got some stakes. Proposed house. This is gonna be the proposed house site. Got some nice string here. This is our proposed house site. Property line. POL. There's flags and string going all the way down there. String all along the back here. Coming along. I believe this is our approximate property line. Got the string here, we're still following all the way up to the top. We're coming all the way up to property corner. test pit some 2 lots down that we did. Just amazing to me that I could probably just drive around the country with my excavator and sell jobs and make plenty of money. I'm assuming the lot comes back this way. There's a fence line for the neighbors. Comes back this way. There's the trees over here. Let's go all the way out to the front. I'll see if I can find all 4 corners, but I do want to come in and see what this stake is here. Proposed wow. Good one. So I need to figure out where we're going to propose the septic system goes. We're in Park County. We need to have 200 feet off of the well. So that's us quite a ways out. So I go ahead and call the customer here. We're gonna take out a nice wide swath of trees. Take care of these stumps. Do a little cleanup. See if I can find some property corners. It's real important to find the property. See what we're dealing with. I can see there's one right up there in the trees. And there's gonna be another one down in here. Here's my 4th corner. So if I walk straight through the trees over this way, I shall find property line. I will need to remember to keep the tape measure with me tomorrow. I should probably have Angie help me with placement of the leach field. Septic. Need a pull tape. And I will need to be Three stakes there, another stake right up there. Property line. What is going on over here? Property line. Pink. Let's see what we have over here. We need to propose a location. The septic. I know that the neighboring well is down there. So this might be our next property corner. It is property corner. So we got quite a bit of room in this aspen grove. It's a nice good sized lot, guesstimating probably about 2 acres. Some flags through here. Definitely gonna need to see where the customer wants to go with this driveway. Here's some green. So I'm thinking, our customer's thinking this is septic. Proposed septic. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, right in here. looks good. These aspens can indicate groundwater, but I don't think there's gonna be any groundwater in here. Myself, I dug super deep, like 10 feet deep, and I didn't hit groundwater down below this site. This is the proposed house location. Proposed well. We'll need to pull tape and see. I don't think we're gonna have 200 feet between the septic and the well. So that is something that we're gonna have to revisit with the customer. Super cool little teepee here. For now, I think we're gonna bring the driveway straight into here. I'll call the customer and see what we're looking at. So yeah, we could really use some gravel in here. We a little more time and I could get some nice drainage trenches in on the sides. Up here, you know, I've been spending a lot of time just kind of pushing dirt and material down into here to kind of get this transition filled in a little bit better. And then this culvert is buried right here. As you can see, it's really not much road. The drainage is going right down the road, so I mean, ideally we would cut a basin from probably right up in there and bring that water right over into here with a little water bar. Yeah, because that is not gonna be seeing any water, which is fine. You're gonna have more excavation equipment out here when you do the house. So we can just, you know, keep an eye on that. See if you wanted to relocate this into the road over here, the culvert, you know, this might be a better termination point for it, and do a nice big basin for it right there. And then send it straight across and over into here. Where, as you can see, I kind of have it trenched out a little bit there, bring the water in this way. And then this is kind of an apron entrance for the driveway, so that's nice. Took some trees out on the edges. But the driveway now, I like the route, kind of has a nice meandering route as you go in. It would be really nice to get the turnaround spot up there at the top, so you could at least get turned around. I think that's my recommendation. So here's the well. Those ribbons up there are the corner, and then, you know, the property line is basically right over in there. So I'm essentially right on the property line right here. Those ribbons up there straight to here. And so what I'd like to do is actually tuck this wellhead up into there, as far up into there as we can possibly get. And I think this is a pretty good corridor here, and the well rig ought to be able to come right up through this devegetated corridor here, run over this little aspen and turn this corner and get right up into there. We've got to take this aspen out. It's a little bit of chainsaw work, and so some ground labor, taking out maybe one or two more of these trees, that stump, get it down low, and get this well rig all the way up in there. What that's gonna do is allow us to just barely squeak in our setback requirement of 200 feet off of the well for the leach field. I'm gonna go ahead and pace it off here. We have 1, 2, 3, 70 paces right to here, so that's roughly 200 feet from where I went back. And so here's our test pits Got a ramp coming out. I'm gonna leave these open. We have a real kind of really fine, super dusty topsoil and silty material that goes down to about there or so. I'd say about 3.5 feet down, underlain by another fine kind of sandy, silty till material. And this is it here. It's got some cobbles in it, and this is really what we're looking at. So this is like a sandy material with cobbles, sand and gravel. We've got 2 of these pits here. Both of them 8 feet deep, about 15 feet apart or so. This is where I would propose we put the STA basically in parallel to this driveway. Again, we're gonna need to maximize our setback. And then this property is in between 3 already existing properties with existing wellheads. So we got 1 there to the south, 1 there to the west, and 1 there to the east. The one there in the east is way up in the hills, up behind the property. The neighbors over here have a septic right in here, but we basically need to come this far up away from that property there in order to be 200 feet away from that wellhead, and then we're basically, I'm guesstimating, right at 200 feet away from that other wellhead at the property to the west. So there's not a lot of room. We could do treatment, I believe, here in Park County and get a setback reduction down to 100 feet from 200 feet, which would basically give us a lot of free reign. So if this is a disagreeable location for the leach field for whatever reason, you know, we can always just look at doing advanced treatment, which is an additional $10,000 by the time it's all said and done, with installation and everything else, to get this field. And then we can put this field anywhere we want. It was originally marked out over here in the aspens, which seems like a nice spot, but these aspens could indicate some shallow groundwater over here. Yeah, so that's the long and short of it.